Thank you, T.M. Modi. Um, Scene 1, the movie Santosh Subramaniam. A very heated Jayam Ravi shouts at his father, "Father, you even decide what shirt I'm wearing. I'm so annoyed with your presence. It feels so suffocated." Scene 2, the same Jayam Ravi, but however, in the movie M. Kumaran, son of Mahalakshmi. A very encouraging, a supportive, and super cool mother in the form of Nadia. Nadia says to her son, "Son, let the whole world be against you, but you fight for your dream and you follow your heart." Now, in these two scenarios, it's the same protagonist, Jayam Ravi, but however, meted with two different treatments. One, an autocratic father, as Prakash Raj, and two, as a very democratic and benevolent mother, that is Nadia. And family is, of course, the first place where we know what leadership is. Friends, Toastmasters, and guests, a very good morning to one and all present here. I'm here to talk about leadership, the magical world. Leadership is nothing but the act of influencing others towards directing their efforts for a particular goal. And of course, there have been a lot of research and studies on what is the best leadership style and how our leaders, whether they are born or whether they are made, and what are the difficulties that leaders face in taking decisions. Now, some of the studies that dealt with were the Ohio leadership studies, wherein it said a very warm and friendly, supportive leadership environment brings out the best that the team can deliver. Going forward, to discuss about my leadership style, or before that, the various leadership styles that exist. Firstly, the autocratic style. For instance, if you're looking out for marriage and your father says you should marry this girl, that is an autocratic style. Now, suppose your father says, okay, you might talk to her for 5-10 minutes and then maybe you can marry her, and that is a benevolent leadership style. He's being kind to you after all. And finally, if you have a big brother in the family who's deciding for all of you in the family, that is a charismatic leadership style where you give in for the charisma of the big brother. And finally, a democratic leadership style where after all, you get to choose who you want to marry. Now, going forward with my leadership style, my leadership journey started when I was in school. I was always a kid who enjoyed organizing and coordinating events, and that led me to become the house captain and subsequently the school captain. But it was not a bed of roses. It involved a lot of sacrifices as a kid, which includes sacrificing on my lunch breaks, sacrificing on some of my friends. I did miss a few of my friends owing to some decisions of mine. For instance, once when there was a march past event and there was a girl who was leading the march past, I found it was very important that she be loud enough and also she be very good at march past to lead the pack. However, it was not the case. And that involved me and the teachers deciding against her and pulling in somebody else in her place. But however, this didn't go well with her, as expected. She was not very happy about it, and I did lose a friend. Despite my persuasion, despite my best efforts to convey things to her, she felt really let down. She felt very sad that I had done this to her. But that was my first lesson. Leadership involves a lot of tough decisions, a lot of tough calls. You will have to take the right decision for the larger interest, and that involves a lot of missing outs on friends and families. Now, but however, the real test of leadership happened when I started working. After all of us know that an organization is made or not made with a leader. Leaders like Ratan Tata, Azim Premji have been the face of organizations and have changed it so much for the better. And in fact, for nations, Gandhiji and Nelson Mandela were leaders who led the nations from the front, by example. Now, with such examples in mind, when I set forth to start work, I realized again that leadership was not a bed of roses here as well. Because it involved balancing different egos, balancing different kinds of people in different cultural settings. The first experience I had was during the Holi festival. It happened that my team members were of different cultural backgrounds. Some of them belonged to the North Indian set of group, and some of them were South Indians. Now, for some of the South Indians, it was very offensive to be celebrating Holi, wherein you get to do colors on the others' faces. But however, for some of the North Indians, it was a matter of joy. And now, in this kind of a complex situation, it was very important to convey to the team that it was, after all, a festival for all of us to come together and not divide ourselves on such narrow cultural settings. It involved a lot of effort, persuasion to tell people to come together and all of us celebrate the festival as a one team. And following which, I understood that it was very important to have interpersonal relations with people to advise them and to negotiate in very difficult situations. Another incident was during the COVID pandemic. I realized that my leadership style was more towards an empathetic one, wherein I had to give a lot of leverages to my team members to work from home or to work at their own convenience in particular timings, adjusting to their domestic responsibilities. So all of these involved a lot, it came from a subordinate level of empathy and kindness. The New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern was herself a very shining example of how kindness can be a very, very big example of leadership. In that scenario, when some of my team members tested positive for COVID, it was our responsibility to talk to each one of them, lift their spirits, and also ensure a supportive environment. Now, when this kindness and empathy as a leadership style is taken forward, there are difficulties too. Sometimes your kindness is also misused and misutilized. People take you for granted. People also feel that you are not so serious enough. And now that is a huge challenge. For which, what I did was to identify people who were taking me for granted and ensure that they don't do it, or I am a little more stricter towards them. Now, having said that, leadership works different ways for different people, and all of us here are here to be leaders in our communication journey. And wishing all of you a very, very good best wishes in this journey of leadership. Thank you.